Hello, everyone. Welcome to cricketworld.com. And starting today, we are beginning a new series. It'll be a daily update on the Cricket World TV show right here on cricketworld.com. As always, I've got my friend and colleague Nikhil Narayan with me to start off proceedings over here. Nikhil, a lot has happened in cricket, and we thought what better than doing a daily update on all things cricket right here on cricketworld.com because after all, the home of cricket is Cricket World. Nikhil, what's the latest in the Women's World Cup?
Yes, Chandresh, lots happening in the Women's World Cup. There was this India versus Pakistan clash, on Sunday. A comfortable win by India as predicted by 88 runs. Tranti Go taking 3 for 20, and most of the batters in the top seven, chipping in with 30s and 40s. Quite a comfortable win for India. Little controversy over, the run out of Pakistan's Muniba Ali. But overall, a good win for India, 2 out of 2. New Zealand versus South Africa, the big preview, the big match tomorrow, Chandresh. Uh, I think New Zealand start favourites with a 60% chance of winning. Head to head, they lead against South Africa, 12 to 8 in 20 matches. And I think they have more firepower in their team than South Africa has in there. So I think New Zealand start favourites against South Africa in their clash, Chandresh.
Okay, going back to that Muniba Ali dismissal, what really happened, just for the understanding of our viewers, what really happened in that dismissal? Because there was a moment of controversy in that game.
Yeah, I think she chipped the ball towards the slip area, and then she did put her bat back into the crease. She grounded her bat, but then the throw in came in from one of her slip fielders, and when the ball hit the wicket, Muniba Ali's bat was in the air. So and that is technically a run out because the ball hit the wicket and her bat was in the air. But what happened was the third umpire first gave it not out, and then suddenly overturned his own decision and gave it out. So there was a lot of drama and confusion around that, and the Pakistan team sought clarification. But I think it ended well. They understood that it was out. So. And had it not been out, Chandresh, the Indian team could have reviewed that, and it was a clear case of leg before wicket also. So, anyway, so she was out, and that was the whole controversy surrounding that.
Okay, we have had enough controversy surrounding India Pakistan. In any case, both captains didn't shake hands at the toss yesterday, and also the teams did not shake hands like it happened during the Men's Asia Cup. But there was a bit of controversy as well at the toss because the match referee Chandra Fritz did not hear what Fatima Sana called, and the commentator Mel Jones also did not hear what the Pakistan skipper called at the toss. So what's happening there?
Lots of things happening in Chandresh when India and Pakistan are playing. You remember in the Asia Cup what happened? Between the India Pakistan encounter, when instead of playing the Pakistan national anthem, some other song started playing. I won't look too much into it. I mean, some mishaps do happen. So yeah, a bit of a yeah.
But this is a grave mistake. If the result had gone the other way, just because of the toss, it would have been difficult. It didn't make any difference in the end. But the fact that the match referee couldn't hear what the captain of Pakistan was saying is amazing.
Yeah, it was a bit bizarre. I mean, this is the Women's World Cup we're talking about. This is not a club level match, and things like this should not happen at all. And all this drama and controversy seems to be happening in India versus Pakistan encounters. I think there's a lot of pressure on the referees, match umpires, everyone. So everyone is on their feet, so as to speak, when India is playing Pakistan in any format, men's, women's, under 19s, whatever format.
Because the previous Sunday we had a similar incident, but in that case there were videos doing the rounds saying that the uh, the Indian captain Surya Kumar Yadav did not even wait for the match referee Sir Richie Richardson to look at the way the coin had come down and gave his verdict that he's going to bowl first in the final. So it sort of seemed to continue. Only this time the result was in favor of Pakistan. So India Pakistan every Sunday there seems to be a controversy. But thankfully, looking at the way these two teams are placed right now in the Women's World Cup. I don't think they're going to meet again in this competition.
Definitely not, Chandesh. I mean, one can almost guarantee that Pakistan is not qualifying for the semi-finals. And looking the way India is playing, I'm almost certain India will be amongst the top three teams uh, in the Women's World Cup.
Yeah, okay. Now switching tracks to India, where the India A took on Australia A in a three-match one-day series. Before that, they played a two-match four-day unofficial test series. India won that unofficial test series 1-0. The three-match one-day series, which ended on Sunday, India won it 2-1. You had very good performances by the skipper Shreyas Iyer. Prab Simran Singh scored a fantastic 100 in the final one day, and Riyan Parag was named the player of the series. But Nikhil, if I was an Indian cricket supporter or an India supporter, I would be slightly worried that the four-day match was won on the back of performances of the test regulars, KL Rahul, Sai Sudarshan, Dhruv Jurel, and so on. And the one-day series was won on the back of the white ball regulars or the one-day regulars, Shreyas Iyer, and so on and so forth. Is that a cause for worry if you're an India supporter? Because Australia decidedly played experimental squad, as it is. The name suggests the A series.
Yes, Chandresh, you're right. I mean, if you look at even in the one-day series, apart from Jake Fraser McGurk, most of the Australians and Tanveer Sangha, maybe most of the Australians are unheard of. India played a lot of their frontline players from ODIs or T20I, whether it's Abhishek Sharma or Tilak Verma, Shreyas Iyer, Riyan Parag, Arshdeep Singh, Harshit Rana. So in that sense, yes, although India did win the ODI series 2-1, some of the regulars did perform. Shreyas Iyer was brilliant, but it's difficult to sort of, uh, I think India has a fantastic bench strength. Of course, they would have liked the likes of Ayush Badoni to, do well, and some other, bowlers like Vipraj Nigam, uh, Nishan Sindhu. I mean, they would have preferred them to also perform. But one can so Prabhsimran Singh scored a brilliant 100, so that is a big positive. So seven sixes he hit in the 316 run chase in the third ODI. So that is a big positive for India. Also, Riyan Parag, 187 runs in the series. Uh, he's just played one ODI for India and 90 20I. So again, he's not a regular in either of the squads. So again, that is a big positive. So that way, I think India would be happy. But yes, Australia experimented more, sent in more internationally inexperienced players than India. But I think overall India will be satisfied with the performance.
Also, the one interesting bit about the selection was that India selected a number of players who could bat and bowl, whether it is Ayush Badoni, Riyan Parag, and Suyan Shedge, Vipraj Nigam, and you also had Tilak Verma, who played well in the in one of the ODIs or the one dayer, uh, and then you had all those kind of players. So in every game, India had about 6 to 7 or maybe more bowling options.
Absolutely, and that just shows what future of Indian cricket holds. I mean, in the last game itself, India had eight bowling options. Riyan Parag also bowled an over. Abhishek Sharma bowled 4 overs. So this is a good test against one of the best A teams in the world to come out 2-1. And I think Shreyas Iyer again coming back in form. I think, and Riyan Parag's form for me, a big positive for India. So I think overall India could be very happy with what they've done in this one-day three-match series.
Okay, interesting. It's a nice segue for us because you spoke about Shreyas Iyer. Shreyas Iyer recently pulled out of red ball cricket. Has written a letter to the BCCI saying, "I'm not going to be playing any red ball cricket for the next 6 months because I want to get my back right." But Shreyas Iyer got the opportunity to lead the India A squad in the one days against Australia A. Now he's now been named the vice captain of the one day squad that will head to Australia later in October. And one interesting that's happened is the fact that the selectors have sacked. There's no other way to explain. Rohit Sharma as India's one-day captain. Remember, Rohit Sharma and Virat Kohli had retired last year from T20 cricket, this year from Test cricket, and the only format they were technically available for was the one-day format. And there's a one-day series happening after about 7 months in Australia. and both have been selected in the squad, but only as players, especially Rohit, because the last time he played for India as an India player was as captain of the Champions Trophy, which India won, and he played a big part in the final of that Champions Trophy.
Absolutely, Chandesh. So I'm not surprised that this has happened. I think Shubman Gill was to be named. He was the successor for Rohit Sharma, and it has to start now because they're looking at the 2027 World Cup in South Africa, and no one is certain whether Rohit Sharma or Virat Kohli will be a part of that team because they'll be, I think about 40 or close to 40, both of them, when that happens. So although they're still to offer a lot as batters, but as leadership, I think Rohit Sharma has done whatever he could for India. Champions Trophy winner, 2023 runner-up. India has dominated like no team ever has in terms of margins of India dominated at World Cup like no team ever has dominated any World Cup till they lost to Australia in the final. I mean, it was an incredible campaign in 2023. Plus, Rohit, the ODI captain, Chandresh, 56 matches, 42 wins. That win-loss ratio of 3.5 is the second best in ODI cricket history. Minimum 50 matches captain. So he's a legend of the ODI game as a leader and as a batter. So I think the time had come for the change. I'm not surprised that this has happened. As batter, I think Rohit Sharma still has a lot to offer, and of course, Virat Kohli is an all-time great. I think at number three, he's still amongst the best in the world. I'm not surprised by this call. It's interesting, but I think it's a smooth, transformation into the next era of Indian cricket.
Yes, speak about transition in Indian cricket. Important thing is that both have been told that you have to keep playing. That's what Ajit Agarkar, the chairman of selector, said at the press conference, that he would expect most players to play the domestic cricket if they're not playing international cricket. Now let's see how that pans out. Whether they have enough hunger to go on and play in domestic one-day cricket, because they only play one format, and it's a unique situation for them to be in, for any cricket team to be in. And the next big target is obviously the T20 World Cup, which will happen in India and Sri Lanka in March 2026. One interesting bit about that is the fact that interesting teams are making it to the T20 World Cup. We already have had Italy making it to the T20 World Cup for the first time ever under the captaincy of Joe Burns. And now you will also have two new teams, or rather two teams which have already been there in the past. But for Zimbabwe, it's a big, big moment to be back in the T20 World Cup. And Namibia have also made it to the T20 World Cup.
Absolutely. A 20 team tournament, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Italy, fascinating. Canada is there too, and still some qualifiers are remaining. So this should be truly a global event, and that is what, cricket endeavors to be. So I'm very happy for teams like Namibia and Zimbabwe and Italy also, as the game spreads through Europe. So it should make for an interesting tournament. The more expansion the T20 format does, overall it is better for cricket, Chandresh.
Absolutely. With the 2028 Olympics also featuring cricket, it's an interesting and exciting time for the T20 format. We're not so sure about the other formats at this stage. So let's see what happens. The other things that have happened in cricket, in domestic cricket in India, we've had Vidarbha winning the Irani Cup quite handsomely. And we had the spectre of Yash Thakur and the two Yashes, Yash Thakur and Yash Dul, getting into a bit of a verbal duel. But Yash Thakur looked good with the red ball.
Absolutely, he looked very good with the red ball and all. Harsh Dubey also stood out, and Atharva Taide also. So three stars really. Vidarbha winning the Irani Cup quite emphatically. So a good result for them. Yash Thakur looks promising. He could be one for the future, Chandresh.
Yeah, absolutely. And on the other hand, we had Bangladesh beating Afghanistan in a three-match T20 series, a 3-0 drubbing for Afghanistan. It's going to be tough for them in the lead up to the T20 World Cup.
Absolutely. Actually very surprising that, Afghanistan hasn't performed well, against Bangladesh, whom they have defeated a number of times in the past, a 3-0 drubbing. And apart from that, they also didn't do well in the Asia Cup. So clearly, a bit of a bump for Afghanistan in the format, which has made them recognition around the world. So they'll be disappointed with this result. I think what as we saw in the Asia Cup also, I think the batting has been a problem. I think they batted first in all the three encounters against Bangladesh, Chandresh, and did not cross 155 in even one of them, and that is a big problem. The batting letting them down, which has been their strength, over the last few years.
Okay, and there was one more T20 series between New Zealand and Australia. New Zealand fielded almost a depleted side with a lot of injuries and pullouts. And not surprisingly, they'd lost the T20 series. But Australia is looking a scary unit right now under Mitchell Marsh.
Absolutely. Mitchell Marsh is in the form of his life, 85 of 43, then 103 out of 52. And there's now talk that he's not in the Ashes squad, so he could be a reserve. He has last 7 innings in international cricket. He's got 200s, 350s, so he's in the form of his life. So Australia looking very, very scary and very dangerous. Probably the biggest challenges to India as they defend their T20 World Cup title next season at home. So Australia looking very, very dangerous. I mean, they have 7 to 8 genuine match winners in that first choice 11.
Yeah, let's see what happens in that T20 World Cup. There's still some time away for that. But right now, it's a nice way to wind up the show for today. And starting today, like I said, we have the Cricket World TV show, which starts today with both Nikhil and myself. And every day, we'll have a quiz for you. Which will be asked at the end of the show, and the answer will be revealed the next day. And today's quiz question comes once again from Nikhil. Nikhil, what's the question? Please let our viewers know.
Yes. So Rohit Sharma is the second most successful ODI captain ever in terms of win-loss ratio, minimum 50 matches as captain. Who is at the top? Uh, that's his question. Who is at number one? Who's the most successful ODI captain ever in terms of win-loss ratio, minimum 50 matches as captain? This is the quiz question for the day.
Oh, interesting, interesting. Any clues for our viewers, or let it be? Let them give it a guess and let us know what the answer is, what they think is the right answer. We'll be back tomorrow with yet another look at the day's update. Uh, till then, it's goodbye and God bless from both Nikhil and myself. But remember, every day log on to cricketworld.com, like, share, subscribe, comment, and be part of the conversation. And let us know your views, thoughts on any cricket topics that we are talking about, or please share topics that you want us to talk about in the daily show that we are going to put out on cricketworld.com. That's it for now. Take good care of yourselves. It's goodbye and God bless from both Nikhil and myself. Goodbye.